Good afternoon, everyone. I, Mitali Daral, on behalf of Bharati Vidyapeeth, Deemed to be University, Institute of Management and Research, New Delhi, welcomes Professor Dr. Seema Gupta Ma'am, Director BVIMR, Professor Dr. Hoda Sir, Director BVICAM, and our esteemed guest for the day, Hon'ble Justice Ranjan Gogoi Sir. Now, I request the dignitaries to kindly come forward for the lamp lighting ceremony.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा शुक्लां ब्रह्मविचारसारपरमाम् आद्यां जगद्व्यापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम्.
The strength of our constitution lies in the will of people to defend it, as said by one of our eminent jurists sitting in front of us. A very good afternoon, everyone. It is with immense honor and reverence that I stand before you today to welcome a living legend of Indian jurisprudence. Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, sir, former Chief Justice of India, as the chief guest for this orientation program. Your Lordship, your presence is not merely ceremonial, it is deeply inspirational for every aspiring legal mind gathered here. Justice Gogoi's journey from the heartlands of Assam to the highest judicial office in this nation as his 46th Chief Justice of India has been nothing short of extraordinary. His landmark judgments, especially in the constitutional and administrative law, have carved pathways that continue to shape our democracy. His tenure exemplifies the motto, justice must not only be done but must also be seen.
For all our incoming students, today is not just the beginning of a new academic year. It is the beginning of a commitment to law, to integrity, and to the pursuit of justice. As Justice Gogoi once rightly said, judges are not supposed to govern the country, but they are duty-bound to protect the Constitution. Let that be your guiding light as you begin this enriching legal journey. In the words of Justice Oliver Holmes Wendell, the life of the law has not been logic, it has been experience. And today we are truly blessed to have amongst us a jurist whose experience is profound and whose language is monumental. Sir, on behalf of the entire institution, we thank you for gracing us with your presence today. Your words will undoubtedly leave an indelible mark on every mind and heart seated here. Let us carry forward the values you've stood for: integrity, perseverance, courage, and constitutional morality. Welcome to a new beginning. Welcome to the world of law.
Now, I formally invite Dr. Ritika Malik, Ma'am, Placement Officer Law, to share a few words. Ma'am, may I now request you to kindly come forward and address the gathering.
It is both an honor and a moment of immense pride to introduce a towering figure in Indian legal history, Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, former Chief Justice of India. Justice Gogoi was born on 18 November 1954 in Assam into a legacy of public service. His father, Keshav Chandra Gogoi, was a former Chief Minister of Assam. He graduated with a degree in history from St. Stephen College, Delhi, and thereafter pursued law at Government Law College, Guwahati. He was enrolled as an advocate in 1978 and practiced mainly in the Guwahati High Court, specializing in constitutional, taxation, and company matters. His illustrious judicial career began with his appointment as a permanent judge of the Guwahati High Court in February 2001. He was later transferred to the Punjab and Haryana High Court in 2010, wherein he served with distinction and was elevated as Chief Justice of the High Court in 2011. On April 23, 2012, he was appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court of India. Over the years, his judicial work reflected a deep commitment to constitutional morality, fairness in administration and justice in the underprivileged. He took oath as the 46th Chief Justice of India on 3rd October 2018, becoming the first CJI from Northeast India. As Chief Justice, Justice Gogoi presided over several landmark judgments, including the Ayodhya Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid case, the Rafale fighter jet deal review petitions, reforms in the National Register of Citizens in Assam. The strengthening of the office of the Chief Justice of India under the purview of the Right to Information Act. He is widely respected for his administrative discipline, judicial independence, and constitutional clarity. In 2020, Justice Gogoi was nominated to the Rajya Sabha by the President of India in recognition of his distinguished service to the nation. For his contributions to the Indian judiciary and the public life, he was conferred the Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian award in 2020. Justice is about balancing the scales not in favor of power, but in favor of truth, a principle that has defined Justice Gogoi's legacy. Sir, it is truly an honor to have you here today. Your presence is not just ceremonial, but deeply inspirational for all the students beginning their legal journey. And now, I take a privilege of inviting our guiding four, our visionary leaders of Bharati Vidyapeeth Educational Complex. M.N. Hoda sir, Director BVICAM, Dr. Seema Gupta, BVIMR Director. I welcome you all to this dais here. I now request the dignitaries on the dais to felicitate Justice Gogoi sir with a token of gratitude. Thank you to all the dignitaries. I now request Dr. Seema Gupta, Director BVIMR, to kindly address the audience with her words of wisdom. I welcome you, ma'am.
It's my honor and privilege to welcome Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi ji, former Chief Justice of India, on behalf of Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute of Management and Research. Justice Gogoi had an illustrious journey in the Indian judiciary, including his leadership in landmark constitutional matters, and they serve as beacon for all of you aspiring legal minds. We look forward to gaining valuable insights from his vast experience in law and governance. Once again, welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Professor Dr. M.N. Hoda, sir, who is another visionary leader of Bharati Vidyapeeth Educational Complex, Director BVICAM, to share his words of wisdom with the students.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi ji, my colleague Dr. Seema, faculty, friends, and dearmost students. Today is a very, very auspicious and historic day when, for interacting with all of you, the young students who are aspiring to become law graduates, none other than but the former Chief Justice of Supreme Court of India, Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi is himself here. Friends, I have witnessed many people and met many people who take privilege and pride in saying that आपको जनाब पता नहीं है. मैंने सर्वपल्ली डॉक्टर राधा कृष्णन को मिला हूँ, बातें की हैं और मैंने तब उनसे इंटरेक्ट किया है. 50 सालों के बाद यंग फ्रेंड्स, जब आप अपने जुडिशियल और लीगल प्रोफेशन में होंगे तो आप भी ऐसा ही कहेंगे, आपको पता नहीं, हमने अपने लॉ के करियर की शुरुआती दिनों में पहले हफ्ते में जस्टिस रंजन गोगोई को सुना था, मिले थे और वहाँ से हमने मार्गदर्शन लिया है, वहाँ से हमने इंस्पिरेशन लिया है। A big round of applause for Hon'ble Justice Gogoi. I will take 2 minutes to make you to understand, and to these young students also, that what the Bharati Vidyapeeth is, to which all of them have joined with their enthusiasm. On 10th May 1964, Bharati Vidyapeeth was established by Dr. Patangrao Kadam in a small tribal village of Sangli, with a basic objective of coaching students to enable them to pass their 10th class exam in first attempt, in which they were finding mathematics and English as a very, very difficult subject. With that small beginning, at the age of 18. Imagine at the age of 18, people keep on talking, chatting, roaming here and there with friends. But Dr. Patangrao Kadam is envisioning establishment of an institution for the cause that students are finding it difficult to pass their 10th class examination because of the difficulty of the two subjects, mathematics and English. Along with his few friends working in a primary school, he established this institution, Bharati Vidyapeeth, on 10th May 1964 at the age of 18, and by now it has 187 institutions all across the country. Close to 20 lakhs of students, now it is the 61st year of Bharati Vidyapeeth, close to 20 lakhs of students are studying every year in Bharati Vidyapeeth, and close to 1 lakh teaching staff members are working in Bharati Vidyapeeth. That is the length and the breadth and the diversity and the penetration of Bharati Vidyapeeth in the society. And the USP, the tagline of Bharati Vidyapeeth, which he decided in 1964, was social transformation through dynamic education. You see, almost in every campus you will get some or other kind of activity happening, which is primarily to transform the society, to educate the society, to create some such experiences for those people who are underprivileged. And that is why close to 30 plus schools are still, Bharati Vidyapeeth is running in tribal belt of the various villages of the Maharashtra, where there is no fee, rather the Bharati Vidyapeeth fund their education and fund the livelihood of the family as well, so that the people should send their kids to Bharati Vidyapeeth. That's the kind of the expectation of Bharati Vidyapeeth. मैंने मेरी दो पंक्तियां, this is my 30th year to serving Bharati Vidyapeeth, so मैंने मेरी दो पंक्तियां भारती विद्यापीठ डॉक्टर पतंगराव कदम साहब के इस इनिशिएटिव को समर्पित की हैं कि यही है जुनून मेरा, यही है शौक मेरा, यही है जुनून मेरा, यही है शौक मेरा, चिराग वहां जला दें जहां है अंधेरा. Wherever there is a need. लोग महाराष्ट्र के ट्राइबल विलेज से कदम साहब को किसी तरह लेकर जाया करते थे कि सर ये एक छोटा सा प्राथमिक विद्यालय मेरे गांव में चलता है और इसको कोई सपोर्ट सस्टेन करना मुश्किल हो रहा, और कदम साहब वहां खड़े होकर कहते थे ये आज से भारतीय विद्यापीठ का स्कूल होगा, एंड 5 years डाउन द लाइन इसके लिए जो अरेंजमेंट करना है करो, यह हाई स्कूल होना चाहिए इस विलेज के अंदर. दैट्स द काइंड ऑफ द इनिशिएटिव व्हिच भारतीय विद्यापीठ हैज टेकन. मेनी ऑफ द पीपल हु नो भारतीय विद्यापीठ आर नोइंग दिल्ली कैंपस, मुंबई कैंपस, पुणे कैंपस, द फ्लैगशिप कैंपसेस, जहां देख के आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आप किसी 5 स्टार जगह पे आए. आप पुणे मुंबई में जो हमारे कैंपसेस हैं वो 5 स्टार दिखते हैं, लेकिन उन्हें ये पता नहीं भारतीय विद्यापीठ ने सोसाइटी में कितना बड़ा काम किया है. डियर फ्रेंड्स, दैट इज द एक्सपेक्टेशन, एंड दैट इज द एक्सपेक्टेशन विथ ऑल ऑफ यू. आई विल नॉट स्पीक मच बिकॉज वी आर हियर टू लिसन एंड गेट इंस्पिरेशन फ्रॉम ऑनरेबल जस्टिस रंजन गोगोई जी. बट लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द पर्पस ऑफ एजुकेशन इज नॉट ओनली टू बिकम मशीन एंड ओनली अर्न आवर लाइवलीहुड. ये हमारे पर्पस ऑफ एजुकेशन का नहीं है. पर्पस ऑफ एजुकेशन ये है कि वी शुड गेट सफिशिएंट रिसोर्सेज, सफिशिएंट रिस्पेक्ट एंड प्राइड. वी शुड ट्रांसफॉर्म आवर पर्सनालिटी, बट एट द सेम टाइम वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ द सोसाइटी. कोविड आया और चला गया, हम सब ने देखा कि बहुत लोग हमारे बीच थे वो आज नहीं हैं, और ये ऐसा होगा बहुत बार हमारे साथ, बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ अस हैव गॉट ए लिमिटेड टाइम स्पेंड टू लिव इन दिस वर्ल्ड. सो जो हमें वक्त मिला है उसमें कुछ अच्छा काम करें, क्योंकि हमारे बाद लोग हमें इस बात से याद नहीं करेंगे कि हमने कौन से ब्रांड का चश्मा पहना था, कौन से ब्रांड की घड़ी पहनी थी, कौन से ब्रांड की सफारी पहनी थी. वॉट विल बी रिमेंबर्ड आफ्टर अस विल बी रिमेंबर्ड बिकॉज ऑफ द इम्पैक्ट विच वी लिव इन द सोसाइटी. यू सी द जजमेंट judgment delivered by Hon'ble Justice Ranjan Gogoi, जो जजमेंट 50 साल से 100 साल से नहीं हुए थे, ऐसे लैंडमार्क जजमेंट डिसाइड किए हैं विद क्लैरिटी, विद क्रिस्टल क्लियर ऑब्जेक्टिव. सो हमें इस बात से लोग याद करेंगे कि हमने अपने काम से, अपनी समझ से और अपने रिसोर्सेज से जो भी वक्त हमें मिला, हमने सोसाइटी के लिए क्या कुछ कहा है. 4 पंक्तियां जिसके लिए लिखी थी मैंने, उस पर मैं ख़त्म करूंगा आप सबके लिए कि कल न हम होंगे न कोई गिला होगा. गिला कहते हैं गिले शिकवे शिकायतों को, कि आपस में जो खट्टी मिट्टी यादें होती हैं वो सब जब तक हैं जब तक है, उसके बाद नहीं. उसके बाद हमारा जो काम हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए हो, हमारे समाज के लिए हो, सोशल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन फॉर डायनामिक एजुकेशन के लिए हो, वही याद किया जाएगा कि कल न हम होंगे न कोई गिला होगा. बस सिमटी हुई खट्टी मीठी यादों का एक सिलसिला होगा. जो भी वक्त मिला है आओ अच्छा कुछ कर गुजरें, जाने कल तकदीर का क्या फैसला होगा. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल. विश यू अ वेरी वेरी ब्राइट करियर in your profession. All the best to all of you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspirational words. May I now request Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, sir, to kindly address the students with your golden words. Sir, the podium is all yours now. Thank you, sir.
Namaskar. A very good afternoon to everybody who's here. Dr. Seema Gupta, Dr. Hoda, sharing the dais with me, members of the faculty, members of this institution, non-teaching, teaching, senior students, and the fresh entrants. Thank you for inviting me. This event was supposed to be on 20th, and I had some difficulties, and therefore I had regretted my inability to be present for the event on 20th. Somehow it is my good fortune that the event got rescheduled to today, and I would have really regretted not having come to this institute. You know, I have retired and it's been 5 years, so I don't go to too many public events. Before coming to your, well, I'll call it a college, I did some search about this Bharati Vidyapeeth as an institution. Very impressive. But actually, Dr. Hoda, what's available on the website and in the platforms is far less than what you had mentioned. I think you should update. Please do it. That Bharati Vidyapeeth is doing school education, and that too in rural India and tribal India. I didn't know that. And most of it is acts of charity and philanthropy. You have big names in the field of education. You have foreign faculties, you have 5-star hostels, you have big names, but that is only one center. Bharati Vidyapeeth has got over 100 centers. I am told over 20 lakh students, 1 lakh teachers. This is something fantastic. This is something that should be projected. It's relatively unknown, and that is unfortunate. Now, looking at it from this perspective, the new entrants who have come to this great institution are lucky people. And whatever I say in the next few minutes and in the interaction that we will have is meant only for the newcomers, not for the senior students and certainly not for the faculty members. It's for the newcomers. And to you, the newcomers to the field of study of law, let me compliment you for choosing law as a subject of study. And let me also compliment your parents for the choice. If I were to be a student all over again, and if I were to be asked what field of study would I like to do, I would definitely consciously say law. My initial entry into the field of law was a subconscious decision. 50 years back, as a student and people of your age, we didn't sit down and reflect what we would do with life. Life would take us, we will move along. Today, you sit back, you consider the pros and cons and make conscious career choices. But if I were to make a conscious career choice today, once again, I would say I would opt for a study of law. And why, I will tell you when you ask me questions in the interaction. There are a couple of things that I wanted to tell you in this very brief address. What are the basic principles that you have to keep in mind as you move along life's journey? Hard work. There is no substitute to hard work. Sincerity, integrity. There is no substitute. Self-confidence. Be always confident with yourself. Number 4, admit your mistakes. Don't feel shy to say that you have made your decision, that you have been wrong. We all make mistakes. Mistakes are eye-openers. These are some of the values which I, over a period of 50 years in the field of law, have realized are the core values. I've been a lawyer for about 23 years and a judge for about 19 years. So that's what, 42 years in the field of law. And 42 years has been like 42 minutes. It just came and went. And I'm sure it will be as engrossing for you. Not a moment's boredom, not a moment's spare time. Your mind is continuously working. And of course, you are earning, you are making a living, you are seeing things, you are moving in the world, you are moving in life. Apart from your studies, what else? You will find it very surprising. And you may, at the very initial stage, think it is not even worthwhile. But when you go back home, give it a thought. I think 2 fundamental aspects of life that is awaiting you, the kind of life that is awaiting you. Number 1 is your environment. The global climate change is something that you really have to think about. And related to it, to the environment, is your health, and your health depends on the overall hygiene that you get to see in this world. Environment is deteriorating, hygiene is deteriorating, health is deteriorating. Without good health, you can't have a good mind, and without a good mind, you can't think. So I think it is the responsibility of the younger generation to build up a good environment which is conducive to good thinking, and that is the only way. I had requested the teacher, your replacement, I think her name is Dr. Ritika Malik. When she was interacting with me, I said, why should I come and give a 40-minute speech? Why not have 30 minutes of interaction with the students? I'm looking forward to some very pointed questions from you. You are most welcome to ask anything and everything, so long it's relevant. Well, once again, let me thank you for inviting me, for being so patient. And all I can say is there's a huge challenge and a very good life that awaits you. Think positive, be positive, the world is yours. Thank you. All the best.
I guess sir's golden remarks deserve a standing ovation. Thank you so much, sir, for your golden words. Thank you so much, sir. Now, may I request students to kindly come ahead with your questions from Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi, sir. One by one, you can ask question.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question to you is, what is your perspective or view on the recent three years experience judgment for eligibility for the judicial services, sir?
If I were the judge, I wouldn't have done it.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, how does the curriculum we are studying over the period of 5 years or 3 years related to the career options when we complete our studies?
That's a very heavy question. Are you here only for the curriculum? But the curriculum is something that you have to undergo. But are you in the college only for the curriculum? Education is a very broad concept. It has so many meanings. Correct? Well, the curriculum gets revised, changes come, subjects change. But if you were to ask me, two vital areas in the curriculum needs revision or introduction, which no law college in this country has done. You know what are these? A weekly class, 1 hour class on morals and ethics. It's not there in any college. Consider it whether it should be there in your college, and you should be the first one to do it. Where are you without your morals and ethics? And morals and ethics is eventually, what is law? Whatever is ethical is law. Whatever is moralistic is law. How can you separate law and morals from law from ethics and morals? So you tell your teachers, sir, ma'am, let's talk about what is good and what is bad. Let's not talk about what is all the time about what a crime is and what property is. Will you be able to do that?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Yeah, do that.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, what is the role of AI in judicial system?
I think you should be answering that question.
So in the scenario of judges, what is the keen address they want to tell about what is artificial intelligence, what is the new blockchain technologies they are using, how the court proceedings have been shifted to online mechanisms? What is your say on that?
You see, I belong to a generation which is not very familiar. That's why I said you should be the one who should be telling me what the answer is. Just a minute. I'll give you an example. What is digitization and what is digitalization? You would be knowing the difference? No. I'm surprised. I know the difference at my age. You don't know the difference at your age. Digitization and digitalization. Check up. What is the difference? Digitization is translating data into computer language. Right? And digitalization is use of that data. What we have in India today, according to me, is digitization. We are digitizing the data. We are not using the data. Artificial intelligence raises so many questions. Which year are you in? Which year?
It's the third year.
Third year. Have you studied the Motor Vehicles Act?
In first year we did.
In first year. Okay. You have, I've forgotten, but you have a second schedule where you work out the compensation. Correct. And what is the data that you need to work out the compensation? The age of the deceased, the income of the deceased, and the family of the deceased. Correct? The age is to work out the income is to work out the figure, and the family is how much he was spending on the family to work out the compensation. So you have, say, 5 lakh cases. So you, on these 3 parameters, you have the figures. This is the age, this is the income, this is the family dependency. Right? So you have that in 10 pages. Apply the second schedule and work out the formula. Work out the compensation formula. You will get the entitlement of compensation in 5 minutes. So you solve 5 lakh cases in 5 minutes. That's artificial intelligence. You don't need a judge for that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay?
Good afternoon, sir. So my question is that what are the challenges in the judicial system of our country and how should we overcome it?
What are the
Challenges.
challenges and how we overcome it?
Yes.
Well, I think you need to go to an astrologer. If I were to answer this question, or if I had the ability to answer the question, correct, the Indian judicial system would have been something totally different. It's a huge question, and I'm glad you are thinking about it. Which year are you in? Which year of college?
So 4th year.
4th year. Okay. So you're going to become a graduate next year.
Yes.
What are you going to do after you do your graduation?
So earlier I thought to do judiciary. Now there is a 3-year practice system,
Okay.
so I am a bit confused now.
Why don't you file a review petition before the Supreme Court? right, and seek an open court hearing. Reviews are decided in chambers, you know. You don't get a hearing for a review. So you file an application for an open court hearing and you appear in person, correct? And you go to the judges and you say, I want to be heard. Why this 3 years? I want to become a judge tomorrow, right? In 3 years, I'll build up a practice. I'll start earning money. I'll start earning more than a magistrate. Why should I want to become a magistrate? Does it answer your question? Somebody asked me about the 3 years. Yeah. You see, challenges are huge. But then, which system doesn't have challenges? Which institution doesn't have challenges? The biggest problem with the Indian judiciary is the problem of numbers. We have far too many cases than the judges can handle. And this is bringing a lot of disrepute to the system. So this is for the benefit of all the law students, particularly the young people who have joined. This is not an unsolvable problem. It's an eminently solvable problem. I gave you an example of motor accidents cases. All you need is three items. And the law prescribes the formula. It is, I think that particular word that is used is the multiplier. The figure that you use to determine the compensation once you work out the loss of income. What do you do in a motor accidents case? Loss of income. And you work out the loss of income by taking into account the age, the income, and the amount of the income that you are spending on the family. That is the loss. To that loss, you apply a multiplier. You have everything. Nobody is doing it. Why do you think nobody is doing it? Nobody has the feeling. It's not coming from here. As judges, you are doing a 9-to-5 job. The job of a judge is not 9 to 5, it's 24/7. As a lawyer, you are busy earning money. You're not bothered about what is happening to the system. These are solvable problems. Whenever you get to hear about the judiciary, what do you get to hear? Appointment of judges, whether the government should do it or the Supreme Court should do it. The merits and demerits of the collegium system. What is the limits of judicial power? Whether it is encroaching on government executive power, whether there is judicial activism, whether there is judicial excesses. This is what you get to hear. Has there been any meaningful discussion anywhere in this country till today on solving the problems of the Indian judiciary, which is a problem of numbers? Ask Dr. Professor Hoda, Professor Gupta, to have a one-day symposium, inviting eminent people in the field of law. How do we restore the lost image of the Indian judiciary? And let's be candid. Don't feel shy to say that the Indian judiciary has lost its good image. Don't hide it. I have said now in my address, admit your mistakes. That's the only way you can cure them. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good
Thank you.
afternoon. Anand.
Anyone, please?
Good afternoon, sir. My next question to you is, sir, what is that one legal advice you want to give all the law students sitting here? And lastly, I would add on and say thank you, sir, because during when you were Chief Justice of India, you had taken major steps like right to information and sanctioning the strength of the judges in the Supreme Court of India. So thank you for that. And my question, sir.
See, a word of advice is what he wanted.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, doesn't matter. He is asking for a word of advice. I'll give him a word of advice.
Okay.
The
Thank
word of
you.
advice is, why should you thank me for increasing the number of judges in the Supreme Court?
Because, sir, the matters pending before the court will be solved early.
What are you? Are you a lawyer?
No, sir.
Are you a judge?
No, sir.
Are you a litigant?
No, sir.
You're a student.
Yes, sir.
Study. That is the word of advice. The problem with this country is people don't do what they are supposed to do. And people do what they are not supposed to do. Don't feel discouraged. Don't feel discouraged. Your questions are relevant, but the time is not ripe. The day will come when, don't forget these questions. Right? The day will come when you ask these questions. But maybe on that day, when the day comes, you will be too busy earning money. You will forget all these questions. Don't let that happen. Right? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you to all the students for your thoughtful questions, and our heartfelt thanks to Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi sir for responding with such wisdom and encouragement. This interaction will surely leave a lasting impact on the young legal minds present here today. Thank you so much, sir.
Just a minute. Is it time to congratulate Dr. Ritika Malik as well? And you have heard that on 20th, sir was busy and sir declined. And she has been discussing with me, मुझे Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi sir को बुलाना है एक बार बच्चों से interact करने के लिए. And it is only her perseverance and the students volunteers who were working with him. So the entire law department, Dr. Ritika Malik, and all students volunteers deserve a special appreciation for making this program to happen and inviting Honorable Justice Ranjan Gogoi in this campus, which is one of the most auspicious day, particularly for the new law graduates, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. The regretted was one of the conference which we have planned on 20th with Hoda, sir. That was on law, media and management. So that was one of the invite we had sent to you on law, media and management, organized with the collaboration of BVICAM and BVIMR. And we were deeply waiting for your presence on that particular day. But yes, today we got an opportunity to interact with you. That is your golden words. Speaks a lot, sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invite and coming here. Thank you, sir.
And sir, we are accepting your suggestion. We will soon have a day open day candid symposium, that what best is required to do for transforming Indian judiciary system and reimagining what we lost in recent past. Thank you.
And the other suggestion, that please update your website with all this.
Yes, sir, I have noted that. I have noted that.
We now move to another important highlight of today's ceremony, the official release of the Law Placement Cell brochure for the academic year 2025 to 2026. To formally unveil the brochure, may I take the honor of inviting Honorable Mr. Justice Ranjan Gogoi sir, former Chief Justice of India, Professor Dr. Seema Gupta ma'am, Professor Dr. M.N. Hoda sir, Dr. Ritika Malik ma'am,
It is with great pride and academic joy that we now take a moment to celebrate the literary and scholarly contribution of a distinguished academician and aspiring leader and the director of our institution, Professor Dr. Seema Gupta ma'am. We are delighted to announce the launch of her latest book, a culmination of rigorous research, critical insight, and years of experience in her field. To formally unveil the book, may I now invite our esteemed dignitaries on stage to join in this special moment of academic celebration.
It is with a heart full of gratitude and deep respect that I rise to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University Institute of Management Research, New Delhi. Honorable Justice Gogoi, sir, we are truly humbled and privileged by your gracious presence here today. Your words were not merely an address, they were an experience. You brought to this hall this wisdom of the Constitution, the discipline of the judiciary, and the spirit of national service. For our students, your address has planted the seeds of integrity, courage, and constitutional fidelity. Justice delayed is justice denied is a maxim we often read, but today we witness what justice delivered with clarity, dignity, and conviction looks like through your life and thoughtful your insights. Thank you, sir, for taking time for your distinguished responsibilities to bless this orientation program. You have set a high benchmark for every aspiring legal mind here sitting. On behalf of this entire organization and organizing team, our faculty, and the students who begin their legal journey today, I extend our heartfelt gratitude for your valuable presence, for your inspiring words, and for sharing your remarkable vision. We look forward to carrying forward the values you stand for: discipline, constitutionalism, and fearless integrity. Thank you once again, sir, having you here. I request all the students to get up for a group photograph on your seats itself. The dignitary will be joining us. Kindly be seated. Kindly get up on your seats itself.